Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Lord Cow YouTube channel. Today, we're doing a different challenge from last time. I'm trying to collect 10,000 bread, all by myself in survival Minecraft. Will I complete the challenge without trouble, or will I just give up? That's for you to find out. I would also appreciate if you could like and subscribe to the channel, as it helps out a lot with the motivation and getting closer to the goal of 1,000 subscribers. We're only at 112 right now, but I feel confident that we can get to 1,000 before the end of the year, as long as you help me out. Enjoy the video. To start it off, I need tools for collecting the items and harvesting crops. So I got some good enchantments on both my diamond shovel and diamond hoe. After that, I headed a couple thousand blocks out to collect a spruce tree and saplings, as they would help out with something later in the video. I then collected a lot of dirt, as I knew that any form of farming needs dirt, plus it's just a good building support block that's easy to break and easy to harvest. I started out by building a rudimentary starter manual farm in the sky, so I had plenty of space. It was roughly 32 blocks by 8 blocks wide, meaning it would be 256 wheat per harvest of it. And at that pace, it would take 60.5 hours approximately and 117 harvests of it to get all 30,000 wheat needed, which is far too slow, and I'll be enhancing my method soon. I then wanted to collect some zombie villagers, cure them, and turn them into fletchers for their very effective stick trades. Getting a good amount of emeralds is a very beneficial asset for getting enchanted books and other various trades. A weakness potion needed to cure the villagers uses fermented spider eyes in the brewing process, so I had to collect the items to make them, those being the sugarcane, which I had easy access to, mushrooms, which I could get from the nether, and spider eyes, which I went to a nearby cave and killed a couple spiders to get them. After, I found a zombie villager which I stuck in a hole, and I would cure when I had the potions. I crafted the eyes and brewed the potions, turned them into splash potions using gunpowder, and headed off to the zombie villager's location. I splashed the zombie villagers I had collected and fed them golden apples. Now, I just needed to wait for them to fully cure. After a quick about 5 minutes, I had them cured, after which I made a larger room for them and gave them fletching stations to turn them into fletchers. I used the emeralds I obtained from the trades to get 3 more mending books, which I applied to my axe, hoe, and shovel. My full plan for collecting the wheat needed was to make a bone meal feeding machine, which I could farm wheat rapidly using, and then make a AFK farmer too, which I could passively farm by loading the chunks. But to make the machine, I needed a sticky piston, which requires slime balls, which I do not have. But I knew that there was a swamp a couple thousand blocks away because of my last video, so I flew over, killed a couple slimes so I'd have plenty of slime balls for my pistons I needed. I made my way back over to my base after that and started creating the machine. It uses observers to rapidly activate and turn off a piston, harvesting the crops. But before I can harvest the wheat, 3 dispensers immediately dispense bone meal on the seeds, making it fully grown. Then, underneath where I stand are hoppers leading to chests, which pick up the majority of the items. And with those chests, the machine's complete. But of course, the machine requires bone meal, which I do not have stacks upon stacks of. So I headed to the nether to find some soul sand valleys and collect the bone block structures found naturally in that biome, allowing me to mass collect thousands upon thousands of bone meal. I would have to do this multiple times throughout the video to even keep up with the production. In fact, to make 30,000 wheat with that machine, it would require over 90,000 bone meal or 10,000 bone blocks. Here you can see me depositing the bone meal into the machine to start a harvesting session. Unfortunately, it seems the machine isn't working, but with a quick change to the bone meal feed design, it works properly. I created an additional contraption behind the harvester, which will automatically turn excess seeds into additional bone meal by sending seeds to a composter and then from the composter into a collection bin. After a couple minutes using this new machine, I noticed that seeds and wheat that didn't fit into my inventory were just spewing out around the machine, primarily in front of it. So I installed some hoppers leading to collection chests to pick up these extra items. Using this machine, I could produce roughly 2,000 bread per full session with all chests full of bone meal. This is a lot of bread, but it takes a lot, and I mean a lot of bone meal. It just eats right through it. So I had to go on another bone block collection trip, make more bone meal, and start harvesting once more. After all this talk, I've collected this much bread. But, once again, bone meal collection time, yeah! And while the machine produces a decent amount of wheat, it still requires manual labor, taking time out of when I could be doing some homework. So, I'm going to make an AFK-able villager wheat farmer too, so I can AFK overnight and get some free items. But, unfortunately, making these farms require villagers. To start, I need sand for glass, so I can see when my slaves are working away. Work, boy, work! I constructed a path from the nearby village to the sky farm, so I could make a villager breeder for the AFK farms I was going to make. It was a pretty simple breeder, but it would do just fine for the purposes it was needed for. But now, it's villager moving time, yeah! After I got the villagers in position, I started creating the farm. It was going to be a pretty simple, angled, square-shaped design with glass walls and a collection system under the captured villager. I also converted the manual wheat field farm into a larger villager wheat farm since I already had the main floor placed, and I figured it would work well for an AFK farm. But for collecting diamonds, I would have to use a hopper minecart setup with rails on layer I would have to build under the main farming floor. I ended up needing more building blocks, so I just collected some more dirt and then planted the field. Now I have a fully functional AFK farm with an automatic collection system which I can AFK overnight while getting some well-deserved rest. Once all this was finished, I had a grand total of 5,351 bread. This is good pace and won't take long to finish the collection. Also, if you've made it this far into the video, you should join my Discord. It's a great way of getting in contact with me and talking with other players who enjoy my content. If you like this video so far, then you will love the community in the Discord too. Anyways, back to the actual video. Next, I'm going back to the villagers I cured earlier, reinfecting them and curing them again, so I can make even cheaper trades. Now I have 3 cured villagers for easy emeralds, so I can continue with the next part of my plan, trading with villagers for bread. So, I created a small form trading hall specifically for farmers. Villagers will sometimes trade 1 emerald for 6 bread, which is a really good way to just get some extra bread on the side while farming or AFKing. But to get emeralds, of course, I need sticks to trade, so I chopped down a bunch of spruce trees, turned their logs into planks, planks into sticks, and I traded them with the villagers and came out with a good few emeralds. I moved the villagers into their new permanent homes and blocked them in. While waiting for the villagers to grow up, I went on another bone block collection trip in the nether, after which I farmed wheat for a good half an hour, chopped down more trees, traded sticks with villagers again, and then traded the emeralds with the villagers. I also extended the AFK farm collection chamber so it could hold all the items when I wasn't present to empty them. Now, with all these different ways of getting wheat, I was content to just continue farming until I got to the goal. And so, I traded even more sticks, even more bread, and crafted wheat from the farms into bread. Then, I went on one last bone block collection trip and farmed using the machine again. After all that, I finally had all 10,000 bread I needed to complete the challenge. Thank y'all so much for watching till the end of the video. I appreciate it so darn much. I'm really enjoying making this content so far, and I hope I can do it for a long time more. Once again, please subscribe and like the video, and also comment. I reply to every comment sent and give my best answer to their questions. Join the description, and yeah, see y'all in the next video. Adios. See you later.